How's you going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Denis Outdoors. Back up at the woodlot, and I know I just did a pond update a little while ago. I was up here again. I see the water is running out this outfall, and the reason why I was up here is I'm up here and coming to get my tractor. I left the tractor up here the last time I was here, so I'm going to drive it off the mountain. And if this weather keeps up, it's supposed to in another week or so. If it does cool down, I'll be back up here to cut some more firewood. And I just want to show there is some water oozing out on this side, and I think I know where that's from. I'm actually almost 100% sure. So over on this end, this is where I was showing that I surcharged everything, and right in here you can see the water running. So the water is trickling out right there, and that's where I have a piece of poly pipe. I think I showed it in one of the original videos. So there's a piece of poly pipe right down in here, and it goes through the berm, and it actually was in one of the washouts before, and that's probably what started causing it. Is the water starts eroding through, and then if the water level gets too high because the outfalls can't handle it, then it starts working its way through and ruining the dam. So right here, what I got to do is, and I should have done it this fall, but I didn't have time. So right where that poly pipe goes through, I got to dig a little trench through the dirt, and I have to put a bag of concrete in there. And what that does, it acts like a little plug, I guess, and stops the water, because the water will start to migrate along the sides of the pipe, and then starts eroding and working its way through. I forget what they call that. I'll look it up thereafter, and I'll put it in the description if I think of it. Yeah, so that's the plan. So you can see both outfalls look pretty good. That outfall right there doesn't look like it's taken any water yet. I actually thought it was lower than that, but as long as this one, when this one's full bore, and that one there will take it, hopefully that will help. And I will, like I said, right here where I'm standing, I'm going to fill this in some more. Like right in here, this needs a little bit. I just wanted to show the other little brooks coming in, or streams, I guess. I keep calling them brooks, but they're not brooks, they're little streams. So I got another probably 20 feet to fill in, and like I said, I'm hoping next week I'll come in here excuse me, and I want to come in God, I want to come in here and cut all the firewood along the edge of this little food plot, where we have our apple trees planted, and then I want to head up the road this way a little bit and cut some firewood. And this is all for next year. I'm going to try to zoom in here, show the flow coming in. Hopefully you can see that. Fair amount of water coming in this side. And like I was saying the last time, if this becomes a problem, I can go way up in here, because this is just actually one little stream that comes down. For some reason it splits, and if I have to, I can try to force it that way. And the only problem with that, I think if I do that, I may mess up my spring over here where the spring bubbles up. I'm assuming it's water coming from this, but it may be, it's hard to see, but that little stream heads up that way. So there may be water trickling down through there. And if that's the case, that's great. If I bypass that, it shouldn't affect that at all. But it's like one of those things. If I do bypass it and messes this up, well, I'll just open it up again. It's not like it's a big deal. Yeah, nice day out. It's plus 3 degrees Celsius right now. We had a lot of rain the past couple of days, melted all the snow. We had actually a pretty good dumping of snow, and right at Christmas. So right now that's done. Christmas is over, and if it stays like this the rest of the year, that'll be fantastic. We don't even have any frost in the ground, really. So if we do get any snow, it's not really going to stay very long. And like I was mentioning last time, there's a lot of snow on the road up that way. There's one of the nut trees that I have planted in this food plot. I can't remember if that one is a Japanese walnut or a butternut, or I have no idea. I can't remember. But it is unreal. Like, it is, man, it's got to be 10, 15 feet tall. I have to cut some of these shoots here off. And then, like I said, I got apple trees all around the edge of this food plot. And it's strange, right over there somewhere, I have another one of these nut trees that I planted the exact same time. And I don't know why this one here took right off, and it's just foolish. I have no idea why. So I've trimmed some of the bottom branches off. Like I said, I got to cut those shoots off. Here's another apple tree here. This is a casualty from bears. So one time I came up here, this cage was ripped all off. This apple tree now is just sitting there. Hoping that I will get some shoots coming from the root ball. Obviously it won't be a good apple tree, but it'll be just like the native root ball. And maybe if I have to, I could graft off of that. Here is another apple tree that got ripped out by bears. There it is there. Tore right out of that cage. Right there. Which kind of sucks. Just noticing some buck activity over here on this. So that's good. I did have some footage of a real nice, either it's an 8 or a 10-point buck in this field behind me. So my plan is to, in the past, I've gone through here and hinged cut a lot of this hardwood in here. Some of it took. A lot of it is birch, yellow or white birch, so that doesn't seem to work really well for hinge cutting. And this is the spot where I was mentioning before. This is kind of a flat spot, and this is where I'm going to make that dam for that other pond right there, and the water is trickling out right there. So I'll put some outfall pipes and then fill that in, and then rip all these trees out, and then build that other pond right in that spot right in there. Here's another apple tree. This one seems like it's done well. It's doing okay. For some reason the leaves are still on it. I'm not sure why. Yeah, here's another apple tree. That one survived. That one seems to be doing okay. Another one right there behind it. And this one here died, obviously. So that's what I was saying. See, there's a big maple tree right there. So I want to come in here and open this up. Get a little bit more sunlight in here. This one here, this apple tree, last year got peeled by a bear. I got it on camera, and it just ripped all the branches off it. So I'm hoping it did started getting shoots. So I'm hoping that that's going to survive and continue. Same deal with this. This was tore out by a bear, and this is a shoot coming from the rootstock. So I'm hoping that's probably 5-6 feet tall now. So I'm hoping that one's going to last, make it through. Here's another apple tree here. That seems to be doing not too bad. It's kind of struggling for some sunlight. So like I said, I'm going to cut some of these trees down. A couple good yellow birches right there. I can use that for firewood. That yellow birch right there looks like it's starting to die. I think I probably hit it with the tractor when I was making this field, so I'll cut that down. Here's another apple tree right here. Seems to be doing okay. And then this video was, or my last video, this is where I was in here cutting this firewood. I just wanted to show real quick. So right here I have a nozzle, or I guess a piece of pipe with a garden hose tap bib on it, and that's what's leaking through there. We put a poly pipe through, teed it so we had water at that end of the food plot, water at this end, so if we ever wanted to water the apple trees. Yeah, there's another apple tree there, another one there. This is where I stopped the last time. So anyhow, bunch of poly pipe laying behind that shack for the spring. Anyhow, that's it for now. So if you could like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there.